Before you start mowing, make sure the deck is set at the correct height of cut and adjust it if necessary. Always mow with the throttle in the full position. Work safely, but stay productive and stay alert to potential hazards. Mow at slower speeds when trimming around trees and obstacles, when working in tight areas, or when mowing very tall grass. Avoid quick turns which could cause you to lose control of the mower. Do not mow in reverse. Now let's go back and answer the last safe call question. What should you do if the grass is wet? Waiting until grass is dry is the best option. But if time doesn't allow, use caution if mowing when grass is wet or slippery. Tires may lose traction or slip on slopes even though the brakes are functioning properly. Mowing wet areas can also damage the turf. To keep others safe from injury and to protect property from flying debris when mowing, always keep the discharge chute in place. Never remove it or prop it up. Always be aware of the direction you are discharging the grass. Never discharge toward people, pets, or property. Stop mowing if someone approaches you. Do not raise the deck when the blades are running, and never carry riders. If you strike an object, park safely on level ground, then turn off the PTO. Engage the brake and remove the key. Get off and inspect the machine for damage. Have any damage repaired before mowing again. Another area where you must work with extreme caution is on slopes, which brings us to our next safe call question. How can you tell if a slope is safe to mow? We'll answer that in a moment after these tips on mowing slopes safely. Always mow across slopes, never up and down. And always mow slopes at slower speeds. In fact, all of your movements on slopes should be slow and gradual. Do not make sudden changes in speed or quick turns. When you have to turn, turn downhill at a slow speed. All slopes require extra caution, especially if the grass is wet. Wet grass reduces traction, which can cause you to lose control. Transport across slopes with the deck down to add stability. Now let's answer that question. How can you tell if a slope is safe to mow? Always consider terrain and turf conditions when deciding what areas are safe to mow. Not all slopes can be mowed. As mentioned earlier, always survey the mowing site to determine if slopes are safe for mowing. To measure the slopes for safe mowing, lay a straight piece of sturdy lumber, 1.2 meters or 4 feet long on the slope and measure the angle of the slope with an angle indicator or protractor level. See the operator's manual for additional methods of measuring slopes. Never mow or transport the Z-track on a slope greater than 20 degrees. The rollover risk is low at 10 degrees or less, but as the slope angle increases to 20 degrees, the risk also increases to a moderate level. Also, the risk of a rollover will increase, and the recommended slope you should mow will decrease if your Z-track has a cab, MCS, or if you are using other attachments. All Z-track models are equipped with a rollover protection system. Mow with the ROPS fully upright and locked whenever possible. Always wear a seatbelt when the rollover protection system is upright. Lower the ROPS only when it's required to mow in an area with low clearance. Do not wear your seatbelt when mowing with the ROPS lowered. Raise the ROPS as soon as you've mowed the low clearance area and resume wearing your seatbelt. The seatbelt keeps you from being thrown and possibly crushed by the machine should it tip over in an accident.